I don't know why I have to keep telling Liberal Party officials and ministers this, but don't talk down to Canadians like they're 5 years old. People happen to hate that, especially when the person patronizing to them is deeply corrupt, arrogant, and incompetent. But the Liberals don't like to actually learn good lessons, so Justice Minister Arif Farani has come out to literally compare Canadians to children in justifying the Liberals' Online Harms Act that would put people under house arrest if someone complains that you might say something hateful. You haven't even committed a fake hate crime. You might commit a fake hate crime, and the Liberal government wants you to be put under house arrest and, in some cases, put behind bars for life for something that was either already illegal that they're trying to justify the bill with, or they're just trying to invent new crimes based on a vague definition of hate. And remember, this is an actual clip. Arif Farani posted himself. Look, this is on his X account. He was the one who posted this. Listen to this. It's insane that someone approved him going out and saying this because he's reading a script.
As a parent, one of the first things we teach all of our kids is how to cross the road.
So everyone, just letting you know, you're a 5-year-old that Arif Farani is trying to dictate how to cross the road to. You're so stupid, Arif Farani has to keep you safe on the internet because something hateful could happen. So I won't cut him off too much, but just that opening line is insane.
As a parent, one of the first things we teach all of our kids is how to cross the road. We tell them to wait for the green light. We tell them to look in both directions. We trust our children, but we also have faith that there are rules of the road and that the drivers will respect the rules of the road. We trust that cars will stop at a red light and obey the speed limit. Safety depends on a basic network of trust. This is exactly what we are lacking desperately in the digital world. The Online Harms Act establishes rules of the road for platforms so that we can teach our kids to be safe online with the knowledge that platforms are doing their part also.
I know he is trying to do this thing where, no, it's all about the actual kids at the end. But in this metaphor he is drawing, or this simile, he is actively comparing Canadian people to 5-year-olds, to Arif Farani's own children. That there's just not enough rules for the road to keep you, the young 5-year-old, safe on the internet. So the Liberal government needs to come in and arrest people because they might say something hateful. Hate being a term that the Liberals do not actually want to define, because if they defined it, they couldn't use the law arbitrarily to go after political opponents. And this is the real motivation of Bill C-63, the Online Harms Act. It's sneaking in this vague definition of hate so that the Liberals can basically do whatever they want in terms of curbing free speech, because whatever you said could be defined as hatred or even discriminatory language, which is also outlawed by the bill. And what that allows them to, because they haven't defined it, literally anything could be rolled into being hateful, because there's no objective definition to say, was this actually hateful, or is this just like a rude opinion, or is it just a correct opinion? Because, mark my words, the Liberals will go after people stating biological reality in order to put people behind bars. They will find you saying that, men and women exist and say that's discriminatory, could result in hate. Now you have to stay in your house all year long and have the government bring you food. This is what the Liberals want to move towards. And you could say, well, that seems hyperbolic. They never said that they want to do that. Well, the law is set up in such a way that they can do that. And the thing is that these people are smart and they know exactly what they're doing. They know when they make a law with these vague definitions for hatred and they want to prosecute people for that, the vagueness was the thing that they wanted. They want to be able to go after like conservative politicians, PPC type people, conservative activists for saying something hateful so that you can't actually oppose them out in the public. And the Liberals know they're not going to be winning the next election. What they want to do, and they know this bill's probably going to fail, the public hates it, but by merely introducing a radical idea like this to the public, it kind of takes the shock away if they do it again in maybe 10 years when they're back in government. I hope it's 20 years before the Liberals are even close to winning an election. But the mere act of proposing something this radical makes it a little bit less radical, especially in the progressive activists' mind. This is why every once in a while you'll see something like the Alberta Board of Physicians or College of Physicians come out and say, you actually are forced to mandate or recommend made procedures for people. You have to deliver them. And then they'll pull back at the last second saying, oh, sorry, yes, we will, I guess, respect the conscience rights of doctors. But at the very least, they've made it so less people come out and oppose them next time. Because who wants to come out every single year to oppose the College of Physicians on the same issue? Eventually, people just wash their hands of it and they want to live their own lives. That's what the liberals are doing. They want you to get used to the idea of hate speech laws, and so that when they come back in 20 years, there's not going to be as much hoopla about the liberals prosecuting people for rude words they don't like. Anyways, that's it for me today. I just quickly want to do my normal shameless plug and mention that I, Wyatt Claypool, am running for the Calgary Signal Hill Conservative Party nomination. If you live on the west side of Calgary, see if you live in this riding. This is what the new boundaries will look like after April. If you do live in the riding, buy a membership to vote for me. Check out my website in the description below, wyattclaypool.com. And also, you can donate to my and the National Telegraph's legal fund. We have a billionaire suing us for defamation that he can't prove, that he's not submitted any evidence to prove, but it's been going on for 2 years and cost us $26,000. So if you donate anything to our Give, Send, Go, it really helps lower the burden of costs that we've incurred over time. Anyways, that should be it for me today, guys. Have a good one.